Aloha my kako, welcome to my channel if you're new here and this is your first time joining me as I hold space to connect with self and align with divine. Or welcome back if you've already subscribed to my channel. I just mahalo you for being here and taking time out of your day, your evening, whatever it is, wherever you are, to join me. Now obviously I'm not in my usual table of truth space at home, because this is my day for a time out of the house, a time to sort of reconnect, recollect, reflect on self, and gain a little bit more insight from divine around, beyond, before. It is a beautiful day, sitting underneath the trees, not too far from the ocean, kind of being a little bit secluded, but not too far from everyone. You may hear noises in the back, but that's okay. Oh. All right, so yeah, there's something going on. There's some kind of like horseshoe tournament or something down by the beach, not too far from where I'm at. And there's a lot more people over there, but I kind of found a little bit of space to myself. My son is swimming near this event, so I just needed a little bit more quiet and a little bit more seclusion to hopefully do this video without too many interruptions, but it's all good. I wanted to come on here because I was just playing around with the Earth Alchemy Oracle cards, and I was shuffling and I saw this message come out, and I figured, let me just turn on the camera and share it with you guys. Now this is probably going to be more for the ones, obviously if you're on my channel and you're even listening to anything that I'm saying, you probably are a more insightful, intuitive, higher frequencied individual, or learning, learning the truth, learning the process of healing, so whatever is drawing you to this video, this is for more specifically the collective seers. So those of us who take the time to dive into truth seeking and truth speaking, this is a little bit of insight for you as a healer. So the first card that I got, I'm going to take reversals on this. Even though they're oracle cards, I sometimes see the reversals as like, okay, something that you're not doing, a blockage that needs healing. So this particular card is the Emerald and Milk Thistle card, and it's speaking to the elements of earth, or to our earthliness within any parts of your chart that are heavily rooted with an earth sign or zodiac. So this is the Heal the Healer card, but it came in reverse. So I'm seeing it's definitely something that is being blocked right now. Is you acknowledging, healing the healer, heal the healer energy. This is what this card represents. It's healing that earth grounding, reasonable, practical, logical side of ourselves. So yeah, this is a dive into your soul's truth, but it came in reverse. So as a healer, as someone very in tune, as someone very insightful, very spiritual, very connecting with our divine guides, even if you don't consider yourself a healer, an oracle, a tarot reader, anything, I like to say a truth seeker. That's what I define myself as, and a truth speaker. And I'm still learning. We learn the cards like we learn life. We live life, but it's learning how to read it and do so in a way that is of clarity, received from divine and spoken clearly. We all need that ability to silence ourselves in order to allow the right vibrations to be received and then to be reiterated. So this is a message that some of us may need a break, but I'm not seeing it as a defeating move for you. I'm just seeing it as healers need healing. We need to charge our soul, our energy, our solar power. And then we got the crystal dragon, sound and color. So again, I'm seeing heavy vibrations. It's tuning ourselves to the right saturation, or the right to the right frequency, whatever. We might be a little off, and divine is telling us it's time to sip on that motherfucking tea, run yourself a bath, put out charge the crystals, really intake more healing for self, because you're a little flat right now. So crystal dragon is those new healing modalities, rainbow ray, solfeggio frequencies, so very heavy elevation, push or vibrational energy that is coming. And then the last one I see as a blockage. So we have lilac spirit quartz. This is about community, and it came in reverse. So maybe it's time to tune into a certain soul tribe, or to connect, to be open to healing discussions, making decisions with others, really coming together as a team, allowing yourself to be open to teamwork, to gain new perspectives and wisdoms and enlightenment, and to elevate to the next level. You're going to have to be open to the freedom, open to the collaboration between others and self. All right, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of go with the flow. I'm enjoying this wind that's coming through. Kamakani. First card that fell, King of Cups. So I'm feeling right now, with all of that said, as a healer, you got some blues. You're carrying someone else's energy that doesn't belong to you. Whether that is someone that you've helped, counseled, read for, spoken to, comforted. It could be either a stranger or it could be someone close to you. I'm not really seeing a differentiation. What I am seeing is that for overall the people that you help, you're giving your battery power away. And you're not doing things in between helping them and being with your family and navigating the dynamics and the stresses and the possible situations that come up in family life, everyday family life. You're not giving yourself time, and that is why we're here, to give ourselves a little time out, just so we can be with self, so we can center with self, align with divine, connect, reflect, and see what else comes out for the healers in the collective. Yeah, don't be afraid to move past this energy. And I'm feeling like you were holding back. You're trying to hold things together so still that you're shaking. Like, like if you're holding 2 plates of food with your hand and it's so heavy and you're trying to adjust your hands, but you're trying to keep them both still so you can walk. I'm just giving like a basic example, right? You're trying to do this and it's so heavy and you think you're going to drop one. In your mind, you start already seeing yourself dropping 2 plates of food. So as you struggle to tame down your mental thoughts that feed your actions or your reactions, you start to shake and get nervous that, oh my God, this one's about to fall, but I need this hand. And then that's an example. We've all probably had a moment like that where you're balancing something and you're like, oh gosh, I'm going to drop it. It's, what are you saying to yourself? 9 times out of 10, we kind of already go or jump to a conclusion that we're going to drop this. So that those seeds of doubt, those seeds of fear within our ability or for our abilities or in regards to our abilities as healers, it's like we feel like we're carrying too much right now and we are losing faith and trust in divine to guide us and to balance us the way we need to be. We're trying to hold on, but all that's doing is making us be affected by our nerves, by our emotions. So right now our emotions are a little thick, a little heavy. But in the meantime, divine wants you to find that impulse, that trust to conquer any situation of doubt or fear and to really, where to go is what I'm hearing. You know where the fuck to go. You know where you're going, even though you don't really know where you're going. You know that you're guided to wherever you're going. So you ain't got no worries right now. Wow, and I'm seeing literally in this deck that was leaning in front of me, the Emperor card. This divine masculine within yourself, whether you are male or female, your divine masculine is rising up towards recognizing the strength, the compassion, the firm character, reasonable, This divine masculine energy within yourself is starting to gain more confidence. Let's see what else is meant to be seen, spoken, and shared. Fell right onto the King of Cups. What is that? Okay, so maybe one of the reasons that this healer, whoever is listening, this deeply spiritual person that's tuning in, maybe one of the reasons why that they're feeling the blues a little bit and a little incapable of containing their emotions off camera or outside of their own healing spaces that they've created for others, is because something's going on within. They're changing again. We can't be afraid. We gotta just have the confidence to move forward, despite not knowing exactly where we're going, what our next step is, what our next goal is. The Two of Cups in reverse is essentially saying that there is a disassociation, or what I'm saying is a disassociation with sharing your emotional feelings or your emotions with your partner. You're not on the same page with a particular situation that you might be experiencing personally. There's a definite turnover or flip-flop or capsize that has occurred recently. And that's what you've been holding on to, a lot of heavy water energy. And you know, when the clouds get a little too full, it starts to rain. But you got to allow those things to happen, you know? Allow yourself to move through this energy. Because look, after this Two of Cups, you know, we have this Six of Pentacles. This person that you've been with, that right now you're not, there's some situation that you're going through that's caused you both to be emotionally stressed. I'm seeing that for one of you, you know, like you get pleasures and bountifulness and fulfillment elsewhere. This is a lot of generosity, so maybe your partner is very generous with their time. Divine is telling you breathe. With all this wind coming in, breathe. Because people are going to do things, you don't own them. Only thing you can do is evolve yourself. They are just the lessons from which we need to learn. So there's that. Or, let's see, is there any other clarity to the Six of Pentacles, Divine? Page of Cups. Very interesting energy coming in. So we have the Two of Cups, right? So with this, I'm definitely seeing there's some discord and emotional stress going on in your personal life, personal partnerships, personal friendships, a work partnership, a creative collaboration, whatever it may be. And you might think that this person is a little too generous with ideas, or they're like giving away too much of themselves to others, and maybe that's what's got you disappointed. Or maybe this is you realizing that there's so much more love and compassion and higher frequencies and abundance, both physical and spiritual, to be had. But right now I kind of feel like you're not really capable of directing your path. You're not sure how to get started on the change, on the shift of opening up yourself to emotions. We have Six of Pentacles. So again, if this is a situation that's like a partnership or a friendship or work partnership or whatever is kind of a little messy right now emotionally, I'm seeing with this Six of Pentacles, it could be because they're a little just too generous with ideas, or like giving away things, secrets, or unauthorized information perhaps, or whatever the case may be. And they're doing that with everyone else, but they're not so generous with their feelings, their emotions, their loyalties with you. So it's almost like you're left out. Let's see. More clarity to this. King of Wands. We have the King of Wands. So this is like the determination that's rising in you. This is like the energy that you're definitely feeling like you're over this process of heavy emotions, heavy rains. And you know, as a healer, that you are capable of that overall empowerment of self, strength of self. But there is a little bit of delay in your path with this Knight of Wands reversed. There's a little delay on your journey to complete self-gratification and complete self-truth, complete transparency. Okay, the delay, strength. So these two cards, wow, reverse strength and the Hangman. So these two cards literally fell right on the King of Cups, one of the first tarot that we pulled. That heavy water energy, emotional energy, unable to kind of contain that. You might be very emotional lately as a healer. You're absorbing too much of everybody else's runoff in a sense, and so you're a little bit weaker in defense. To separate, to take a time out and restore those spaces within that got a little bit more gouged out. You know, the battery was a little bit more drained. Really holding up our aspects of self that need to be seen and evaluated in order to grow from those. Let's get a final message from the Alchemy, first Alchemy Oracle, to close up this as a healer. This might be quick, but you know what to do. These are the steps. It's the overall message, Divine. Clearance, clarity. Nothing to be seen that isn't meant for you. So, with clarity, clearing out the space within to receive the truth. Final message. Mahalo. Fulgurite and Rose Bay Willow Herb. This is the card that came out. And this is about regeneration. So this is air element. So it's more like a smudge stick. So it's definitely creating the aroma, the clearance, the clarity, the guidance, the protection of the space that we hold. Remember one of the cards that we got? We're healing the healer through sound and color, through higher vibrational absorption, with transmuting the shadow work, coming together through community, through sisterhood, through soul tribe, moving past all the emotions that hold us, bind us, trap us, drown us, right? In our relationships with self or with a specific person. We know who we are as healers. We know our purpose. We know our strength. But sometimes we falter. When we reach that end point, we might doubt ourselves. But that's just us working on our strengths, turning it from weakness to strength. This is all about the regeneration of spirit, of self, accelerating through this process, right? We took the leaps of faith with the Fool card, starting at ground zero, and we're moving forward and past and through and beyond these situations that are occurring internally, emotionally. We're healing. This is about stepping through those portals of change to receive the cosmic downloads of shamanic wisdom, the wisdom of your ancestors, the wisdoms of your aumakua, spirit animals, wisdom of akua, of divine. Accepting all that is meant for us. As healers, it is very, very important we do not allow ourselves to go dry. And it's not necessarily just because of any type of YouTube or social media or like wanting to be seen. How does divine see us? How does he open the eyes of others to see the light that stems from others and to not fear it or be in competition with it, but to connect it, to connect the light, because we all have the same job. Providing space, providing a place, providing resound energy, rejuvenating energy to collective in order for them to be drawn closer to the light, to seek, to accept that truth, the truth of life, regenerate. You see those electric bolts down the card hitting the ground, right? The ground becomes electric and it affects all of the microorganisms. Those electric currents that run through the ground, they affect what grows. This is the wisdom, the downloads. That electric download for us to see is allowing us to open up again to our truth. But it is definitely a time to sit still with self and not with the expectations of others, and listen to divine. Let the lesson be for your healing. So I feel like you need a little bit of a self-read, and that's what I feel like this has been. It's just pointing out that instead of always giving our energy, which is fine as long as we're plugged in. I feel like I feel like divine's telling us, check your cord, check your connection. There's some blockages that need to be looked at. So that is the overall message for healers today. Hopefully this message resonated. If it did, don't forget to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're compelled to. And yeah, hit that bell notification because I'm not a regular uploader. So that just helps you stay in tune to the frequency, to the vibes that I'm holding for you. One final card before I leave. One more cup of coffee before I go. Filleth thy cup. Herkimer, diamond, and snowdrop. Resurrection. This is our springtime energy. This is about commitment, purification, devotion to change. Devotion to those downloads. Devotion to the truth. Yeah, this is us letting go of our past energy, experiencing the portal that separates, that cuts the cord of our past life with our present life. And this is allowing ourselves to come back with more light, more truth because of the resurrection process. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I trust you all have a beautiful day full of abundance, laughter, joy, harmony, strength, compassion, patience, healing. Trust divine always. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you in my next video. Love, light, and always aloha.